Hello, people. What is going on, guys? Welcome to you, whether you are tuning in live with us here tonight on, I was about to say Instagram, on, not Instagram, bruh. I don't even have my words together. Hold on. Let me just boom, boom. I got a call right like literally 8 o'clock right as I was about to go on. So like I'm over here like bleh. So anyways, what's going on to you guys? Whether you are tuning in live on YouTube and Facebook. This is the Way Up Network. It is your girl Ashley, as it always is. Okay. And this is Way Up Weekly Vibes, where we gather together every Sunday evening and we talk about the energy ahead so that we can use it to our best advantage. And then we go ahead and pull some energy for all the elements, all the way from Aries through Pisces. So, welcome to you guys. If you guys are tuning in live, don't forget to drop some comments below, okay, so I can know that you are here. Looks like we got Miss Tanya in the building. We got Brooke. We got Alicia, Aaron, Jasmine. Hey, y'all. What's going on? We got Ashley A. I always gotta say the last name because we always get like a bunch of Ashleys in here. We got Tyrika. What is going on, y'all? And shout out to those of you who are watching on the podcast platforms, okay? Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, slash podcast. Sometimes, Alexa don't be understanding what you're saying, so you got to say both. Spotify, iHeartRadio. Shout out to all of y'all. If you are here with me right now, live or watching later on in the week, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up for me. If you would, I would be so grateful. Okay. All right. We got quite the show for you guys this evening. This week is getting ready to pick up the pace. So, as you can see by the title, navigating the new normal, we're starting to really shift into this new life that we've been talking about. And whether you're choosing to do anything new with your life or not, the energy is just going to feel different in and around you. All right, especially if you're sensitive to energy or like super hyper aware of energy shifts and changes in that nature, you are really gonna be feeling it. And if you guys are waiting for anything to change, right? Like if you've been putting in the work and have been waiting on some form of change, you might just start to see that this week. So let's let's go on right ahead and get into it. So first and foremost, I'd like to welcome you all here. All right. And like I asked so kindly before, if you haven't, give this video a thumbs up. All right. March general outlooks are all out on the channel at Way Up Network on YouTube if you're watching elsewhere. So make sure y'all check all of those out to find out what's going on for you, possibly, potentially, maybe in the month of March. All right. Spring general outlooks are going to be dropping over the next couple of weeks. Those are going to cover the energies from March 20th, 2023 through June 21st, 2023. So make sure to be on the lookout for those. And don't forget to watch all of your placements for additional messages that might come through for other aspects of your life. All right. If you're looking to book a one-on-one session with your girl, www.wayupnetwork.com will allow you to do that. And lastly, if you're not hanging out with your girl on the day-to-day across social media, make sure y'all do so at Way Up Network across all platforms. All right. So let's talk about it. If y'all are filtering in and I'm not seeing your comments, just know, hey, hello, how you doing? I'm glad that you are here. All right. So let's chat. Um Okay, so the beginning of the week, we have the sun making a sextile to Uranus. And I feel like this aspect is going to encourage us to either move differently than we have been in general, or just close our eyes and start walking in a different direction and just see what happens. Now, when we're talking directions, we're talking about whatever you got going on in your life: love, work, just life in general, locations, physical movements, things of that nature. It's almost the energy of maybe you've been set in one specific direction, or you've had your mind or your ego or your energy set on one specific direction or one certain way that a direction could look. This week, it's all about kind of just saying, fuck it, and just going in a different direction. Now, I feel like when I was channeling for the first half of this week, I saw someone, and you can be that someone if you'd like to close your eyes and imagine with me. Shout out to Pisces season. But I feel like when I was channeling, I saw someone walking in the woods or through the woods, blindfolded, and they had a smile on their face, and the vibe wasn't scary or anything like you might imagine, even though, I was seeing things, from a bird's eye view, and it was definitely like the creepy killer woods scenario, and like the sun was going down. So it looked right from a bird's eye view. Oh my gosh, this looks scary, right? It looks, hear me out. It looks scary, but it didn't feel scary, right? It didn't feel scary. And so I felt like the person that was walking through the woods had this feeling of like wonder, right? And I know the feeling of wonder is like a dying feeling because the world, quite frankly, has been trash, and and truly that is changing. So I feel like we need to talk about the word wonder for a second. But the word wonder is described as a feeling, right? So it's described as a feeling of feeling surprised combined with admiration towards something beautiful, unexpected, unfamiliar, or inexplicable. Okay. This is the sun, happiness and joy. In Pisces, imagination and wonder, bringing this energy on, combined with Uranus, change. In Taurus, beauty. I'm gonna say that one more time. The sun, which is happiness and joy in this situation, in this energy this week. In Pisces, imagination and wonder is bringing the energy combined with Uranus, which is change. In Taurus, which is beauty, right? I feel like we need this energy now more than anything. I feel like we need to embody this now more than anything to encourage us to take the first step willingly into the unknown, and to allow space for us to not only see the beauty in the process of a major breakthrough, but to have enough imagination, naivety, and faith to just blindly go into something that otherwise would seem scary, so that we can truly be amazed by what's on the other side when we get out of the woods and take the blindfold off. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Right? We lose the energy of wonder at some point in childhood. The time that we lose this is usually the time whenever the world starts fucking us up, right? But coming into this new normal, which is kind of starting this week, we're starting to really feel it this week because we've really been integrating this since Saturn was in Aquarius. But the wonder is starting to come back if you're open to seeing it. Big Page of Cups energy if we're talking tarot, and you want something to go and research after this so you can like really tap into the feeling of wonder. But the Page of Cups is a feeling of wonder. So tap into that energy, right? My daughter, she's a Libra. She's 8, and she's a Libra sun with a Taurus moon. So she's like all Venus energy, which is the beauty and aesthetic part of it, is kind of what I want to talk about. But the way that she expresses herself is like with straight up wonder. Like if wonder was a person, it would literally be her. So like a while ago, she was looking at something hella hard and I was like, "What are you looking at?" Like she was just staring at something hella hard and I was like, "What are you looking at?" And she was like, "I'm just admiring this thing." Like she said, "I am admiring this thing." She's 8. I was like, "What the hell?" Like I don't even know what it was, but I just remember like making that face. I don't know if y'all remember that meme. It's the dude where like he's making this face and like he has the question marks next to him. I was making that face because she was like, "I'm just admiring this," and then I'm like, "What the hell? Like, what?" But now when I catch her, staring at someone or staring at a person or staring at an animal or whatever, and literally it'd be like the most insignificant thing, right? Like something like a dirty old rock outside. Like we wouldn't look at that and be like, wow, this is, so amazing. Like this, I'm just admiring this dirty ass rock. Like we don't think like that because the world has messed us up to the point like we don't see the beauty in the hard stuff. We don't see the beauty in the dirty ass rock outside, right? Like we don't see the beauty in that because every day of our life feels like a dirty ass rock outside, right? So it's hard to see the big, bright, bold colors when you're constantly seeing that dark, gray, dirty energy. But she admires things like that. It never fails. Like she will, like I said, pick up a dirty ass rock and be like, "I'm just admiring this dirty ass rock." And it's the most sweet and innocent and honest thing. And I just feel like that's what this week is all about and moving forward into this new normal. But starting this week, right? I feel like we just need to see the beauty around us, even if we need to blindfold ourselves from the ugly energy that is already around us in order to see it, right? We need to be in the energy of wonder, even if we need to blindfold ourselves from some ugly energy that is already around us in order to see it. Some of y'all ain't gonna feel that because you don't want to look at that dirty ass rock and be like, "I admire that dirty ass rock." Do you know what it probably took for this dirty ass rock to get dirty as hell? Then been through hella thunderstorms, hella snowstorms, a couple of tornadoes. Nobody want to look at life like that, but that's how you win. And that's what this new world order is ushering in. A chance for you to um, look at life from a different perspective to ultimately get the life that you would prefer to see, right? You're done with that dirty ass rock energy. So just admire it for what it is and move forward, right? So coming into this week, this is all about putting your blindfold on to low vibing people and situations or different things that might seem scary or our own personal fears and anxieties, and honestly, even our own thoughts, right? Because this is a week to just feel and do as opposed to overthink and never do. Be open to the possibilities and the magic that comes with this energy because this is the new normal. Can I get can I get an amen? Okay. So let's talk about it. So, like I said, for most of the week, we're going to be in this wonder energy. And like I said, I gave you the definition. Go study the Page of Cups. And because I know wonder is such a foreign feeling. Because when I was feeling it, I was like, what the hell is this feeling? What the hell? I had to really sit on what I was feeling because I was like, all right, scary ass woods doesn't feel too scary. What is this I'm feeling? Like, is this joy? Is this happiness? Like, and they were like, no, it's just wonder. And I'm like, holiday who be whatty? I swear to God, I had to Google that hoe. Okay. So I know wonder is such a foreign feeling because your girl can feel some feels, all right? I know y'all see me throwing a tantrum on Instagram this week, okay? That damn moon in Cancer, right? We're in Pisces season and the moon was in Cancer for 2 days last week and I was getting ready to throw up. I was feeling so much. Okay? So your girl can feel some shit. So if I didn't know what the hell wonder was, I know y'all are in trouble. Do you hear me? So I know that wonder is such a foreign feeling, but we need to get into it this week because that's what's available to us, and that is going to change your life. All right. Um, so like I said, for most of the week, we're going to be in this wonder energy, and it feels a little adventurous and explorative. So if you're wanting to be more reserved and held back this week, know that this might cause some discomfort. So try to be in the flow with what you're feeling called to do or pursue. And likely it'll be small steps towards the bigger picture. The bigger picture is Aries season. Pisces season is small steps to change. Bigger picture is Aries season. Okay. Pardon me. I don't know what that was. A hiccup? I don't know. Anyways, we'll find out if it comes back. This isn't really the week for holding back on those prompts that you're getting. Prompts like downloads, messages, intuitive hits, whatever you want to call it, right? It's just whatever the universe is sending you this week, whatever aha moments, all right? Um, so it's not a week to hold back on those prompts that you're getting. So make sure, right, to set yourself up for success by putting your blindfold on and getting to it. Now, two big things are happening during the start of your week, and that is the full moon in Virgo and Saturn entering Pisces on Tuesday. So we're going to spend some time here talking about two things. And I need y'all to just like really listen in because it's gonna be like a lot of shine things, like a whole lot of shine things. So um let's talk about it. So first of all, we're gonna start with the full moon in Virgo. So Tuesday, I was gonna say Tuesday 2/7. What? Tuesday, I'm still in February. Time's weird. Tuesday, March. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of something. We'll talk about it when we get to the card pools for each elements, because that was a synchronicity. It'll make sense when we get to the end. Moving forward, Tuesday, March 7th. Like I said, full moon in Virgo and Saturn entering Pisces, but let's talk about the full moon in Virgo. So when I was channeling for the full moon in Virgo, I got the song Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. The song is Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. So spirit don't discriminate on music, okay? It's not going to come through in the form of 90s R&B every time because those are my jams, okay? It's going to come through in whatever it is, and that's the message you're getting. So the song is Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield, and what I translated from that was, today is where your book begins, so stop being a scaredy cat, okay? Today is where your book begins, so stop being a scaredy cat. Who let the Mercury Leo write this? Like, throw tomatoes at her. Okay, anyways. I'm telling y'all, man, I've been real straight to the point. Like, you gonna get it or else, because we're in crunch time, and I just want to see everybody make it. Because I know y'all been working real hard, trying real hard, fighting real hard, and I know you're probably real damn tired at this point, and so am I. So that's why I've been like, all Pisces season, I feel like I'm in this drill sergeant role where I'm like, fuck your feelings, get up and go. So forgive me, but this is where your book begins, and stop being a scaredy cat moving forward. So the full moon in Virgo is a time to release all of your inhibitions and inhibitions. The full moon in Virgo is a time to release all your I know I did it again. Okay. The full moon in Virgo is a time to release all your inhibitions and detoxify your thoughts. So, full moon in Virgo, surrender the need to be perfect or have things be perfect before you start doing that thing, or before you begin to live the life it is you want to live. This is also the time to really let go of feelings of unworthiness or incompetence. You can do it, whatever it is, right? So your mantra under the full moon in Virgo should be si se puede, or in other words, yes, I can. I want you to say that to yourself every single day. this whole entire week, right? It takes 7 days to create a habit and 30 days to break one. So that's 7 active days of si se puede. Yes, I can, right? And 30 more days to break all those other self-limiting beliefs and habits and what have yous. Okay. But we're gonna start with the 7. And in other words, fuck the details and your fears, just get up and do some things. So the song Unwritten is about doing what feels good to you. It's about doing what feels good to you. And that's what this full moon in Virgo is literally all about. It's about doing what feels good to you. So Virgo is bringing in major sensuality. And I want to pause right here because what people don't understand about earth signs, right? People be like, you know how there's always like, stereotypes and stigmas and all kind of stuff about different zodiac signs, right? They kind of just want to lump everybody into these specific categories without like giving the details. But earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is sensual, right? What is sensuality? Sensuality is what you can, and anything physical that makes you feel good, what you can touch, taste, experience, be a part of, what have you, like that sensuality, right? And so Virgo, I feel in this energy and with everything that's going on with Saturn moving into Pisces, and we'll talk about that, there's so much softness to this full moon in Virgo, where I remember last year's full moon in Virgo was very like, get your shit done, get up, let's go. Get your shit done. It was very like toxic Virgo mother. Like be perfect, like get your stuff together, like whip you into shape so that I could toss you off to Libra so that Libra could toss you off to, you know what I'm saying? It was like that kind of energy. It was like, all right, guys, crunch time, getting the paperwork, boom, because everything filters through Virgo, right? Aries through Leo filters, if there's through Libra through Pisces, Virgo, right? Virgo is the center of the whole. It's the cog. It's or not the cog in the machine. It is the center of the machine, what have you. But I feel like last full moon's Virgo was really like hard on your ass. This full moon in Virgo, while of course, and Saturn moving into Pisces is doing something, and we'll talk about that in a second. But there's such like a soft, sensual feeling about this moon where there's just like a lot of full moon in Virgo where there's just like a lot of like, yes, we need to like get our shit together, but in like a very like self-loving kind of like you can do this kind of way. I don't know. We'll talk about that more, but like that's just kind of the energy that's coming through. So Virgo is bringing major sensuality to the forefront, and the moon's position, or excuse me, the moon's opposition to the sun in Pisces is bringing all the feelings. So there's a lot of like soft, feely, touchy kind of energy from the inside out, and it just feels really good, like almost like which is weird because the star energy in tarot was Aquarius, but it kind of feels like that, where it's like hope and faith and feel good and just this inner contentment that doesn't feel, that is grounded because it's in Virgo, but also like I don't know, it's just, it almost feels like a, there's this, how do I there's so much coming in. I always write this down, but I'm like channeling now and messages are coming in too. So it's like there's a lot to be said, but like that the best way I could explain the way that all of this is lining up under the full moon in Virgo is like Virgo is grounded logic, and Pisces is watery, intuitive, it's otherworldly. Like if there is anyone that is outside of this world, it is Pisces energy. And bringing these two energies together under this full moon in Virgo is like, for the first time, I can finally see that whatever it is I want to do or whatever it is I'm doing is actually working. It's like, it's such a healthy balance of spirituality, soul energy with like physical, logical brain energy. It's like a perfect meeting of the mental human mind and the spirit soul intuitive mind, and it's just going to bring, in my opinion, a lot of peace and wish fulfillment, like the star card in tarot. And all, how cool is this that all of this energy is available to all of us if we really receive that, you know what I'm saying? So full moon in Virgo, usually not a riveting time. It's really a time to kind of out with the old, in with the new, right? Clear the clutter kind of energy, which is very relevant here. Don't get it twisted, right? But it's just coming and being delivered and being felt in a different way. So, like I said, the song Unwritten, and I just feel like I need to, because I went on a whole tangent, I just feel like I need to reiterate. The song Unwritten is about doing what feels good to you, right? And that's what the full moon in Virgo is all about. So Virgo is bringing in that sensuality, and the moon's opposition to the sun in Pisces is bringing the feeling. So it's not just cold logic, and it's not just totally delusional, emotion intuitive. It's the perfect combination, right? Together, this energy is highlighting, because it is a full moon, so it is about releasing, right? Together, though, these energies are highlighting currently what doesn't feel good to you in your physical reality, and in turn that's going to show you what does need some work. So shout out to my 6th house community service energy. It's time for some pre-spring cleaning, right? If we're getting in tune with what really makes us feel good under this energy, the only other thing we can do, yin yang balance, 6th house, right? The only other thing that we could be able to see is what is not making us feel good. And we can see it from a logical perspective, but a very intuitive one as well. Ultra confirmation is what I want to say. Confirmation that you can't doubt. Virgo comes with facts and receipts, right? I hope what I'm saying is making sense, because I know it's a lot, you know? It's complex. Anyways, now before you roll your eyes to the base of your spine because you don't want to do any more pre-spring cleaning, hear me out. The past 6 months have been all about self-improvement, all about self-improvement. If you've been tapped in, if you've been tuned in, especially to the Way Up Network that keeps you up to date, okay, then you know that the last 6 months have been all about self-improvement, and we've been walking through that step by step. The full moon in Virgo, though, is your last chance to make any final tweaks and adjustments in regards to who or what isn't good for your overall health and well-being, 6th house Virgo, before you get ready to step out into this true new year as your true new self. So Virgo, just like Pisces, is a mutable sign. And these signs are the ones that work through impending changes that bring the inevitable endings. So this full moon in Virgo specifically marks the end of an era and the start of something big and new, thanks to Saturn moving into Pisces on the same day. So it sounds like a big deal, right? It is. So you're going to need all of your energy to step into what's ahead. This means that under the full moon in Virgo, you're also going to be, not also, but you are really, is what I want to say, not also, but really, you're going to really need to be taking a moment to take a really good look at who or what are the energy drainers in your life, and who or what doesn't make you feel your absolute best. So, if you're, I'm going to give y'all a couple examples. This can be something as there's a whole entire mess in your garage and it's clouding up the chi, right? So this would be like having a garage sale, donating some stuff to Goodwill, right? Because 6th house is acts of service. So that kind of stuff, right? Clearing your physical space to bring in better energy, right? Energy flowing through a household is a real thing. So if you got shit all clogged up in your closets and in your garage and under your bed and all of that stuff, that's an energy blockage. Clear your damn space, right? So it could be like that, right? If it's not making you feel good every time you're walking in the house and you're seeing that big pile of shit on your table, clean it up. Full moon in Virgo, right? Same concept with people that you're around. If you are kicking it with certain people, or you're around certain people, or you're in a relationship with certain people that just make you want to vomit when you're around them, that make your energy uneasy, that make you want to, what they say, do the huckaboo, right? You need to clear your energy. Sage, Palo Santo, an exorcism, something. Get them away from you by removing your energy, right? You are going to need all the energy you could possibly get when we get in the Aries season. Hear me when I say right? So if a lot of you guys have been tired AF or thirsty AF or dehydrated AF somehow, some way through this Pisces season, this is why. You're being prompted to take extra care of yourself because you're about to step into a whole lot of energy. So the energy drainers around you are making you tired. They're making you thirsty, right? You get what I'm saying? If that hasn't been you, it might be you. Or if it just isn't you at all this Pisces season, then guess what? Congratulations, right? But if you've been tired as hell, feeling a little sleepy, and that second round of Starbucks ain't doing it for you, it's because you got some energy drainers around you, or you're giving your energy to certain situations that your energy need not be all up in. All right. So this is on a very physical scale in your life and objects and things like that. But it's also on a very internal scale. Your feelings towards people when you're around them and how your energy is being affected by other situations, etc., etc. So under the full moon in Virgo, you're being asked to tap into Virgo's habitual ways. So that's internally and externally cleaning whatever needs to be cleansed, fixing up whatever needs to be fixed, organizing whatever needs to be organized, and getting rid of whatever needs to go in true Queen of Swords style. Now, Queen of Swords is typically air energy, Aries, Libra, Aquarius, really Libra for me. But I also feel that she represents Virgo energy when operating in the most true and authentic and empowered form of Virgo, right? When she's not the Queen of Swords is who Virgo energy has to be when she's doing too much for others and not enough for self, not taking care of self, not doing right by self, what have you, what have you. And that's the most authentic, empowered form of Virgo. So Queen of Swords is another energy you may want to look up and tap into. And plus, Virgo and Libra work very, very close together in terms of zodiac energy. But anyways, this is the time to commit to all aspects of yourself, your overall health and well-being, your goals, your dreams, your desires, your physical environment, what have you, 1000%, and not be afraid to do whatever it is that you're feeling called to do. So the full moon in Virgo serves as a massive reminder that this phase that we're stepping into is all about you. So get your Tupac on and make your next move the best move. So first, hmm, hmm, not the word I was looking for. A few key points of the full moon in Virgo. Tie up loose ends. Whatever has been hanging on by a thread, honey, snip that thread, tie it up in a little bow, and send it on its way. All right. Pay attention to your anxiety and your nervousness. These are messages and possible indicators that big change is near or that it's time for you to make a big change. Decipher accordingly to how it is going to be or how you're going to be experiencing that in your own life. Anxiety and intuition are closely related, is what I want to say. How you know the difference is that intuition makes you uncomfortable, right? Do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. It's an uncomfortable feeling. Intuition is something you're gonna have to use strength and courage to accomplish, to achieve, to go after whatever it is your intuition is telling you. And your own anxiety, what you're making up in your mind, is a completely physical human panicky feeling. That's how you're gonna know the difference between who is who and what is what. So don't get your anxiety and your nervousness twisted. Some of you guys either need to know that big change is coming, something you may have been waiting on, whatever, what have you, or something needs to change in order for you to get what it is that you is looking for. Another thing to keep in mind, possible emotion, or another thing to expect potentially, right? Possible emotional instability and mood swings are forecasted. So work on grounding yourself to soothe those heavy emotions. Number 4, possible unexpected events or endings before, during, or after the full moon, and probably not the way you expected something to play out. So with this full moon and with Saturn moving into Pisces on the same day, there's a lot of heavy ass energy going on through throughout the week, and it's bringing blessings and endings and things just kind of coming and falling and going and happening, and there's just like kind of a lot going on. So whatever is happening, if it is your story, if it is happening for you, know that it kind of could come as like a little bit of a, oh my god, I didn't plot twist, like I didn't expect that to happen, right? So just be open and ready for whatever, in my TI voice. And then if you're not sure where to put your energy, clean something, declutter something, organize something, do something for someone to help out with something, do something healthy for yourself, exercise, yoga, eat a damn apple, lay off the tacos, like whatever the case is. If you're feeling like you're having a lot of energy and you don't know where to put it, do something like that to kind of release the energy. All right. And last but not least, and probably the most important thing that you could do under the full moon in Virgo, is you. Is you. Do you, right? Or do you, right? Like, take it for what it is, but I said what I said. Do you. That's probably the most important thing that you could do. Do you. Whatever you're doing, do you. Okay? I don't make the rules. Dang, this needs some ice. What the hell? Okay, anyway. Yum. Hot coffee. Okay. Um all right, let's talk. Okay, I know I told you I was going to be a lot today. I told you I had a show in store, a show in store, a store in show in store for you. Okay, anyways, moving on. So let's talk Saturn entering Pisces. This is a fat ass deal. Okay, so Saturn is finally. I just had to take a moment and like take that in, because honey, Saturn is finally leaving Aquarius. Everybody just take a big ass sigh of relief with me. Ready? Oh my God. After almost 3 long, treacherous years, Saturn is finally leaving Aquarius. And I, for one, could not be more excited about that. Now, I could be a little biased because my Saturn is in Aquarius and the past few years have been absolute torture. But all in all, despite my mild PTSD, my planetary traumatic stress disorder, I'm feeling like Saturn moving into Pisces is going to give us all a little bit of a sigh of relief in terms of lifting up on the intense pressure that it put on us whilst moving through Aquarius. Now, for those of you that were born between February 6th, 1991 through May 20th, 1993, and June 29th, 1993 through January 28th, 1994, you guys are coming out of your Saturn return. And to that, I want to say congratulations, my ninja. We made it. Okay. Sorry, but I almost got to do like the thizzle dance or some shit, because I feel like, thank you. Moving forward. Shout out to y'all. So if y'all were born in any of those time frames that I just gave you, go give yourself a pat on the back, because we made it, honey. We are living. Okay. Now, what y'all can expect with this move is for Saturn essentially to bless you big time if you've learned all of your lessons around connections, people, relationships, friends, family, business partnerships, what have you. My Saturn Aquariuses have been through the shadowy side of Aquarius energy, not feeling connected, not feeling the love, Therefore, Saturn tasked you all with creating an authentic space from the inside out in order for your soul tribe to show up for you and in order for you to level up. So, big learning on how to create community through showing up as your authentic self, even though that authentic self has felt rejected in one form, fashion, or another. So, big sacrifice and surrender energy here for my Saturn Aquariuses. So, go off into the sunset, congratulate yourself, and go live your best life. 2023 should hopefully be good to y'all if you did what you were supposed to do. Now, if you didn't, holla at a player, and that is not me. Talk to somebody else how to make the rules. Now, what does Saturn moving into Pisces look like? Well, for starters, Saturn will be in Pisces from March 7th 2023 to May 24th, 2025. And then again from August 31st, 2025 through February 13th, 2026, because it has to go retrograde and whatnot. So, but for those of you that were born between May 20th, 1993 through June 29th, 1993, and January 28th, 1994 through April 6th, 1996, you guys are going to be going through your very first Saturn return. And for you, my Saturn Pisces, this will be a time period to create a strong foundation for yourself and your life by learning how to protect your energy and focus on yourself so you can focus on your own natural gifts and talents that are meant to be shared with the world, leading you towards your life path and purpose. So this is going to be a powerful time for you all if you can find a way to get grounded and serious about you, which may require you to take a step back from overdoing for others and or just kind of doing whatever it is that you want to do, right? Like moving about life with no solid direction or structure. So if this has been you, like just kind of going with the next thing or like being more in like survival mode and kind of just like going and doing, but not having like a real plan or real structure or discipline or anything like that, Saturn is going to be coming down on you for that. So this could also highlight deep truth about one-sided connections in your life that are sort of enabling you not to be shit, aka not allow you to sort of live up to your true potential. And this could also highlight some deep truths about yourself that you could have been avoiding. So big introspective and big contemplative energy for my Saturn fishies. So good luck to ya, blue. Okay. Shout out to my Saturn Pisces. I feel for you, dog. If you need some advice, your girl just got set free because I've been locked up. All right. So I got some advice for you on that. Cause man, I don't want to make it seem like Saturn is like this horrible, horrific thing, or like Saturn returns are horrible and horrific, but they sort of they force you to grow through really hard lessons. So it is what it is. It's necessary, but I'm there for you. Okay. Now collectively, I'm viewing Saturn moving into Pisces as a collective Saturn return because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So this indicates an ending to a bigger cycle, which is why this is the ending of an era, so to speak. Now, before you get all panicky because you think you're going to be going through a Saturn return you didn't ask for, hear me out. So the last time Saturn was in Aries was April 1996. So that means from April 1996 through February 2026. Sorry about that. From April 1996 through February 2026, we're collectively, as a collective, everybody, right, is clearing up big karmic lessons and undergoing a massive collective awakening, especially in the Saturn Aquarius, Saturn Pisces portion. Now, we've seen a lot of this awakening and more people sort of waking up to whatever in the Saturn Aquarius Pisces or in the Saturn Aquarius cycle. The Saturn Pisces cycle is going to shove everybody into overdrive. So it's going to be like a wild Saturn Pisces is going to be wild. Anyways, and then it's kind of game on when Saturn starts up in Aries again, because that's like the new era, and like it just keeps getting woker and woker from there as we progress. But anyways, this basically means that we're going to be sort of collectively, we're in store for like big change, lifelong change, long-term change, but that also is going to follow with lifelong, long-term blessings. So it's almost like getting to the second best part of your, or the best second part of your life is kind of what I want to say. Big gifts for all the troubles we've been in collectively, and if you didn't fall into the sheep, right? If you chose the right side, is what I want to say. If you chose the right side, right? Then it's going to be a good time period for you. It's going to be rough, but it's going to be good when we get to the end. So, as cool as that sounds, and it really is, because if we can really move with the energy that Saturn Pisces is bringing us, then we can really set ourselves up for, like I said, that better half of our life. But this is still Saturn that we're talking about. So, even though, the sort of intense pressure that Saturn Capricorn energy brings is going to be balanced out in Pisces, because Pisces is a little bit more softer, loose, less strict, like no structure at all, right? It's just totally flamboyant. There's still something to be learned here. Or in this case, because it's Saturn Pisces, there's still something to be seen and understood, which means that the pressure is still going to be there, but in more of like, um, you know, um, how do I say this? Like, the pressure is still going to be there, but more in the sense of like, hey, wake up and smell the roses, instead of like, put those rose colored glasses on, let's go out and just live in delusion, right? So the pressure is there for a reality check, Saturn, right? But not in a super aggressive way, Pisces, just more in like a possibly inconvenient way. So it's lighter personally for everyone, heavier collectively is kind of what I want to say. But just know that if the roses in your life really smell like boom, 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 yeah, then Saturn Pisces will be asking you to handle that. And when we're talking about roses, we're talking about anything within you or outside of you that needs a reality check, because whatever or whoever it is holding you back. All right. That's for collectively for all of us. So to find out what role specifically Pisces is playing for you during the Saturn transit, make sure y'all check your chart to see where Pisces is, what house it's in and all that, and then what Saturn is kind of doing up in that zone. All right. But a couple of key themes to look at while Saturn moves through Pisces is that this is going to be a really great time for creatives, musicians, writers, spiritualists, and inventors. All right. Really work your magic and really excel in your craft. If you fall in line with any of those things, creatives, musicians, writers, spiritualists, inventors, really, really, really time to kind of work your magic. All right. You're really needed during the Saturn. I'm just going to take me forever to not say Saturn Aqua, but you're really needed in the Saturn Pisces cycle. All right. So get up there, get out there, and put your work out and do work and put it out is what I want to say. Number two, so changing and possibly problematic time in religion, spirituality, laws, rules, and government. So Saturn and Pisces is like whistleblower energy almost. Like, yo, look who was hiding over here, lying and being a phony ass B word. Like that Saturn and Pisces. So where Pisces energy is like la 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 la, 12th house of hidden secrets, hidden energy. Saturn is coming in like, this can't stay hidden anymore. This is some bullshit, right? So lots of changes and possibly some issues or, conflicts around religion, spirituality, laws, rules, and government. All right. So just be on the lookout for that. Fakeness on social media getting exposed, especially in like the spiritual community, because and the reason why spirituality and religion and things like that are being so heavily highlighted is because that's what Pisces rules, right? Pisces is the most spiritual sign because they're not of this world. Like Pisces doesn't live on this planet, right? This is why you meet Pisces and you're like, bro, like what is wrong with you? Like where are you at? Like they're not here, all right? Like your Pisces friend, not here. Like they're in a whole new world, like not here. So so that all of that, like I said, all of that energy spiritual, religion, all of that stuff, it's being so highlighted because Pisces rules that energy. 12th house is that. So social media exposed that kind of energy heavy in like the spiritual world, right? I don't want to make it seem like it's our own world because it's not, right? Everybody is like, we're all we are all souls that have a physical body. Like it just is what it is. It's not a club. It's like this is what it is. So, but as far as like spirituality in general, like awakening, woke kind of energy, that shit is getting highlighted. And people without real talent. So, if you don't have real talent, right, you're getting exposed for that. That's Saturn in Pisces. So, if you're somebody or anyone out there that like really hasn't been like doing their homework and really isn't serious about what it is they're doing, they're just like a wave rider, then it's time for them to get exposed and move over to let the real deal step into the spotlight once those real deals stop doubting themselves and get into the spotlight. So there's going to be a lot of shifting of power is kind of what I'm feeling with this. A lot of shifting of power, a lot of shifting of energies, a lot of shifting of roles, shifting of hats, if you will, however you want to, you know, put that into words. That's what's happening. So a lot of shifting of a lot of all the fakeness, falseness, hidden, that's moving out, and all the truth is kind of coming in. Is basically Saturn Pisces is like whatever was done in the dark is now about to come to the light. So a lot of people are, you know, I see all of this is good. But my Sagittarius, I'm Sag 9th house, right? My moon is Sag 9th house. So I'm a truth seeker. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Period. Like, you know, false shit makes me mad, which is why I was like throwing a tantrum on Instagram last week. I don't care, man. I don't care. I don't care. Shit. If I cared at first, I was like, all right, maybe I need to calm down. And then I was like, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm a truth seeker. 9th house, Sag, okay? Like, I don't want to know. Look, false shit makes me ill. So I'm ready for Saturn and Pisces. Off my soapbox. Anyways, so anybody that's out here on social media that is fake as hell is about to get exposed. So finally, we actually get to watch real things now, right? Like good, positive, uplifting, realistic things that don't make us feel like we're missing out or we ain't shit or, you know, our life sucks. Like depressive social media is like a thing of the past with Saturn moving into Pisces. We actually get realistic, motivating, encouraging social media. And we've been seeing some of that filtering in, but it's going to be more flooded with it. And we really need that, right? So shout out to that. Another theme that's sort of being highlighted: mental health, therapy, alternative healthcare, and self care are going to be becoming bigger priorities personally, individually, for sure, but also in a larger scale as well. These things are going to be more heavily talked about, more heavily embraced, and more heavily sought out. And more heavily accepted because they're going to be becoming so popular. So wonderful news for all of that energy. Um, and there's a greater overall sense of like compassion and love for each other as a whole, and like a seemingly deeper understanding of each other collectively that's going to be coming through with Saturn and Pisces as well. So it's time to get real about it, right? To see if you really about it, right? These next few years are definitely not the ones to be sleeping on yourself. So let Saturn pay your delusional ass a reality check, and let's do it moving. You heard? I can't wait for Saturn to move into Pisces. And I'm telling you, it's not just because my Saturn is in Aquarius, because like I'm ready for people to wake up. And yeah, that might look a little crazy because, you know, a lot of people are going to find out that everything is a lie, and that's hard, but it is what it is. So last thing we're gonna talk about, y'all, is I was about to say Saturn again. Like I can't wait. Hey, Saturday, March 11th. Juno is entering Taurus. So Juno, real quick, for those of you guys that do not know, is the asteroid of commitment. So Juno will be in Taurus until early May. And here it will be asking for the creme de la creme when it comes to love. and relationships. So for a lot of folks, 2022 was pretty tough in terms of relationships and things of that nature. And this was because 2022 was a Venus year, and we really needed, despite how you feel or what you think, we really needed to go through the worst in connections in order to really see what we wanted, as opposed to what we already had and what we were settling for. Yeah, I said it. Cry to ya mammy. All right. So now that we're out of that phase of relationship turmoil, hopefully, because it's a choice, everybody turn to your neighbor and say, it's a choice. All right. Juno entering Taurus is thinking long haul. It's thinking deep, meaningful, sensual, passionate relationships that are both hot and steamy, but also logical, practical, grounded, and stable. So Taurus and Juno wants the best of both worlds wrapped all up in one, and won't settle for anything less than that, which is all good news, because Taurus second house energy, which is what we've been sitting a lot in with Uranus being in Taurus, is all about worth, what you value, and your own personal value and physical value as well, because it's an earth sign, sensuality. Yeah. So Juno and Taurus is giving you space to strut your newfound worth out into the dating world for those of you who are single, or openly communicating your newfound needs and desires to your current partner if you're coupled in a healthy, thriving relationship. Now, the potential for meeting some quality love candidates is possible now while Juno moves through Taurus. And if you are single, this is going to be an ideal time to get out there and meet, or at least entertain, big energy on at least entertain opportunities that come in for you. Again, if you are looking, because again, the prospect pool will be looking good. So just make sure you're open to whatever is coming through, or else you might skip over the love of your life. Now, there is a serendipity feeling with this aspect, where it's like being in the right place at the right time kind of has, really kind of has the opportunity to bring people together. So I wouldn't turn down any offers to go out, to go somewhere. If you get an invitation, even if it's somewhere small, like, hey, you want to roll to the store with me, right? Something as petty or stupid as that, or like, hey, you want to come out here, you want to visit, you want to go on a trip, whatever. Don't turn these kind of things down, because you never know what being in the right place at the right time will do when you're not really expecting things to just fall in a place like that. So shout out to Juno in Taurus. Now, you could also be hearing from someone that you didn't know how to sing for your baby, Don't wanna take it slow, don't wanna get to know ya, don't wanna play no games, listen to what I say. Okay, my bad. Anyways, like I said, you could also be hearing from someone that you didn't know had a thing for you. Shout out to Trina around this time period. Or you could be hearing from someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time, looking to innocently chat it up with you, and it ends up being a thingy thing. Okay, the possibilities are truly endless when you're sitting on a throne of, I know what I want and I am worthy enough to receive it. I know what I want, I'm worthy enough to receive it. Another mantra for you. Use this one to tap into the Juno and Taurus energy. Now, if you are in a relationship, or or in an entanglement, or in its complicated situation, you might find that your current connection is just not making the cut. So you have to cut it out and cut on them. Okay. Or you could find that your relationship has become stagnant and you're looking to level up your commitment and try something new. Big Mars and Gemini influence. Or you could be wanting to spice things up a little bit. Shout out to Venus and Aries. Now, the moral is to use this transit to your advantage by being intentional about what you're looking for in terms of love, even if that's nothing. Even if it's nothing, even if you don't want love, even if you don't want, or excuse me, even if you don't want a relationship, right? Be intentional, be intentional about what it is you're looking for in love, right? Self love is love, right? Love for your plants, love for your dog, love for your cat, right? Love is love, right? Even if you don't want a relationship, be intentional about what you want from love, all right? If you really want something solid, if you really want a stable, positive, loving connection, um, then it's time to strut your worth and do your thing, wild thing. But overall, this week in general sort of marks the start of us working to navigate through these newfound shifts and energies that we've been integrating in, that are really intentionally catapulting us into this new sense of normal. So do your best to ground yourself if things get a little cray cray this week, really, and into next week as well, really through the rest of Pisces season. Let's just keep it real, and hold on to your wigs because we're right in the middle of human history. So shout out to all y'all who are living and breathing, and I want to say thriving. And some of y'all might not feel like you are, but honey, you are thriving. Okay. Yes, thriving as mentions. All right. So that's your week, you guys. Um, so we're gonna get into it. Um, okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. Well, hold on, let's just say hi to everybody real quick. Christiana is here. Ashley, Jasmine, Big B in the building. Donovan, Christina, Aaron says, like the blindfold wonder. Yep, I can do that. You sure can. Would it be doing things alone, like traveling? Absolutely. If you were struggling with not doing things alone, that is applicable. Going out alone, dinner alone, except would that be like wonder? Yeah, because that's a newfound thing. 100%, right? What's going on, pumpkin? All right. Sorry, good. Don't make me laugh because I really be in here laughing. I need to chill. Thank goodness my Saturn return is over, man. I feel the shame. Okay, let me tell you what's going on, Laureen. It's not that bad. Saturn just want to come teach you some things, Lord. Oh my God. I feel like I could breathe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get your Mary J. Blige on. No more crying. All right. All right, we're gonna get into it. So remember how earlier I was like, what I had, there was a synchronicity that just like went down. And because I thought about it earlier. Because okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all like this. So while I get the cards together, or did I already get the cards together? Oh, look at me. I'm ahead of the game today. Good job. Good job, girlfriend. All right, so here's the vibe. So I want to say a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if it was like for real a couple of weeks ago, if it was like a month ago. I don't know. But I was coming to start one of these lives and I heard the song At a Time by Bryson Tiller featuring Drake. Now, I haven't heard that song in a minute. And I was like hearing the whole song in my head. And I was like, oh my God, okay, is this a message for me? Is this a message for somebody? Like, what is this a message for? And so I kind of took it like, okay, maybe it's just a message like the collective needs to hear, whatever. So I touched a little bit on it, like it's got to be a couple of videos back that I touched on it. And I was like, whatever the message to you, if it's go listen to the song, if it resonates for you, whatever. But what I'm really feeling like, because that energy came back, I was hearing that song before I came into today's session, and I'm like, all right, I'm just hearing the song now, like it's a whatever thing. But then when I said February 2nd or whatever I was saying, and it was really supposed to be like March 7th or something like that, I was like, oh my God, that's weird. Going back in time. Time is a weird thing, at a time. And it was backwards to the time that I said that it was a message for somebody. So what, I don't know if we're going to see it in the cards today, but what I do want to tell you guys is that just it doesn't hurt to go listen to that song and to, or at least look up the lyrics and see if that means something for you. But again, the song is At a Time, OUTTATIME, by Bryson Tiller featuring Drake. And it's just worth a shot to see if it means anything to you, if it makes you feel any type of way. But I feel like the message is that collectively, there's this energy of like, it's a couple of things. This is no longer the time to sleep on yourself. This is no longer the time to get caught up in old, toxic, low vibrational situations. This is really a time to like elevate. This is really a time to like move past anything, anyone, any thought pattern, way, behavior, trait, energy, old programming. It's really the time to get up and move past that. There's almost this energy of like, if you don't do that now, you're going to be looking back and regretting it. Right now, I want to tell y'all this because I don't want to like scare y'all, but there's this energy of like, whatever passes you, if it's meant for you, it'll come back around again. Right. But it's almost this energy of like, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be in that energy. You don't want to be sitting in that energy. You don't want to be in that energy when we're coming into this new energy. We're coming in. When energy presents itself, when these windows of opportunity present themselves to us, you always want to be moving with it for the most easy, breezy, pleasurable, positive, most rewarding experiences. Now, we do have free will and we can resist like a motherfucker. I've been there, you've been there, he been there, she been there, we all been there, right? In that resisting energy. Because like I said, when the opportunity presents itself, we can either go with it or resist it. That's the free will part, right? But there's just something about this time period that we're in right now where it's like, if you do not let that shit go, whatever that is, at a time, like there is nothing else to be learned, seen, felt, done here, you're going to regret it. You are so going to regret it. You are so going to regret it. And I hate to say that, right? Because there's this corny ass saying that's like, never regret anything, blah, 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 blah. But realistically, humans regret shit. Like, damn, bro, I should have done that, or I didn't do that, or whatever, right? We do something we feel, right? It's not something we have to stay in, but it is something we experience naturally out of ego. But there's just this energy of like, whatever it is, if it's a mindset that you've been stuck in, sitting, that's not bringing you what you want, if it's a relationship that you got around that's not giving you what you want, if there is an environment that you're in that's just not allowing you to grow or thrive, right? I read something on my cousin's Facebook the other day, which is weird because I don't even really go on Facebook like that. But I like messaged him to call me because I don't have his number and I need to tell him something. And and I haven't talked to him in a minute, but that's not the point. The point is I was like, hey, call me. Like, I gotta tell you something. And I went on his page and it said, I screenshotted it too, which is hella funny because I literally screenshotted it tonight. So I feel like this is relevant. But he posted something on his Facebook and it said, you can't have motion where there's commotion. You can't have motion where there is commotion. And I was like, well, damn, you right as hell, because you can't. When things are loud and low and crazy and just weird and just off and just sickening and like, ugh, you really can't thrive. You really can't grow. You really can't do anything. You kind of just sit there and look crazy as hell until you realize, oh my God, I'm sitting here looking crazy as hell, right? We're really in a time period where the energy is just so for you. Like, it would almost be crazy. And the true definition of crazy is to do something and do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. But it would almost be crazy to like resist this time. It's kind of what I want to say. So, Out of Time, Bryson Tiller featuring Drake. I said what I said. Listen to the damn song. I'm getting off my soapbox. All right, who we doing? If y'all want to tap in and get your own energy outlook for the week ahead, all that information is down below, scrolling across your screen. 2022 will get you all up in there. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle at Way Up Network. All that information is below. Or if you guys have my Way Up Tarot 9491, because you just know me like that, y'all can still use that. That is still active and available. All right. We will be doing the Sunday night after party after we're done here. So if y'all want to come hang in the Sunday night after party, we gonna get to it. Now, Let's see. Who are we gonna do? Let's do Earth. Full Moon in Virgo. Let's do Earth. We're gonna start with Earth. Yeah. We're gonna do Earth signs. Earth signs, are you ready? Are you ready, Freddie? Okay. Let me just, sorry, y'all. I should have wrote this down. All right. All right, there we go. We got everybody written down. All right. Let's get it. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What do we got? What do we got for y'all? Somebody needs to speak the hell up. My throat. Earth signs, you need to say something. 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 You gotta say something. You know, you can only sit on. You can only sit with your head down for so long. It's kind of what I want to say. You can only sit with your head down for so long. You can only sit with your head down for so long. You can only sit with your head down for so long. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Three of Swords. Are you pretending like your heart is not broken, or are you avoiding healing? Oh. Hermit energy in the reverse. Y'all are just not. I am, listen, escúchame. I really am a person that loves to say it's not about getting over it, because if you get over something, you're not really solving the problem, right? Because the only way through, or the only way to truly heal from something, is to go through it, to experience all of that hurt and yucky stuff that's all up in there, right? So I'm not one for being like, get over it, but I will tell you this: even if you're still physically in a situation, you've already been kind of healing from it, if I'm honest, right? So if you're in a relationship, a job, a work, whatever, a work situation, whatever, it doesn't matter. Y'all know how, you know how general this is. 111, when I just looked at the time, doesn't matter to me what this is, right? But if you're in a situation that's been going on longer than it has needed to, you've already kind of been healing in that, is what I want to say. There's already this energy of like, I've already sort of been in the process of healing, but now I just can't let it go. Like, so you've been in the process of recognizing that this hurt you, and you've been in the energy of healing it, but yet you're not ready to let it go, and that's causing instability. So under this full moon in Virgo, I feel like, and I'm still going to pull some cards because I only got a few out, but the messages are coming. I just feel like under this full moon in Virgo, it's like, you've already been through it. Let the shit go now. Like, stop replaying it. You've already been healing from it. And I feel like instead of doing the healing, you've just been kind of like, and Buddha, I was talking to Buddha the other day, and he said something about, thinking something and then clicking your heels or whatever. And I kind of feel like that's relevant here, because it's like, I think that you guys have just been kind of clicking your heels and hoping for something better to kind of just come through or fall out of the sky or whatever. And the universe is like, no. Let go of the discomfort that it's causing you, and then things will change. Or let go of the heartbreak or the icky energy associated with whatever you've been through, and then something better will come to you. It's almost like you're trying to like click your heels and say, all right, universe, I'm ready, but like without letting shit go first. And like the universe is like, that's not how this works, right? You have to feel it, see it, experience it, look at it in order to truly overcome whatever this is. You have to be honest. That's why my throat was like, because the communication piece is being honest about how you really feel, being honest about what you really want, what you've been through, etc., etc. That's what it is. You're not being honest with yourself, with other people, what have you, and therefore, like, that's why certain things haven't been able to come in, because really, oh my god, this is funny as hell. You're out here like, this is what you're trying to portray. This is literally like you're lightweight kind of wearing a mask. Like, no shade or signs, but like, you're out here like, look at me, I'm the empress, look at me, I'm just fabulous, like sitting on my throne of glory. But like, behind that, look at what is behind this energy. The 10 of Swords. You are tired. You are like just still feeling some type of way, still holding on to some shit, not fully up. Some of you guys are in a little bit of a depression, and that sort of depressive energy is sort of acting as a little bit of a blockage to to what you're trying to bring in. And for a lot of you guys, it's around this Four of Wands. It's around this stability. It's around this security. It's around this celebration, a home, a house, a car, a relationship, a marriage, right? A lot of you, it's around this kind of energy: home, family, physical, material type of energy with this Four of Wands. So a lot of you guys are wanting to, I feel like, I feel like y'all just want peace. I feel like over everything, you just want to be at peace of mind. And you guys are tying up that peace of mind to something physical, to a house, to a car, to a relationship, to a marriage, to a what have you. And I feel like Spirit is saying, like, it's your peace of mind is not tied to that. Your peace of mind is if you create that peace of mind now from the inside out, is what I want to say, you guys. It's like you're that's why I say you can't keep your head down for so long, because it's like you're trying to keep your head down. You're hoping for better days. You're hoping for better things. You're hoping to see more. You're hoping to want more. You're hoping to receive more, whatever. And Spirit is like, no, you're doing it wrong. It's creating the content energy within you so that you can bring in the peace externally to you. So what you're being asked to do this week is to be real fucking honest about how you're really feeling, because how you're really feeling, 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, is like almost defeated to me. You're feeling defeated, exhausted, tired, stressed out, not happy. But you're not being honest about that. You're trying to put on a brave face like everything is good, while you're low key over here like, please, 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 universe, bring me what I want. Bring me what I want. But sitting in an energy that's unable to receive it. You're sitting in sort of like a what you call it? Like it's like a like you can't see through the fog, right? You're keeping your head down and you're like, nope, things are going to work out because I'm the empress and I'm abundant, which is true. You are that. But this is not how you are real. Like, this is a role you're playing right now. This isn't who you really are right now. Who you really are right now is this inside, and it's almost like you're trying to hide that from the universe with that Hierophant in the reverse. Hierophant. Oh damn, this could be some sort of lesson for y'all. But with the Hermit in the reverse, it's like you guys are trying to hide that, avoid it. It's like you're trying to jump over it instead of go through it. About being really honest about how hurt you were and how this is not what you want anymore, whatever this is, or how stressed you've been and how this is not what you want anymore. You want something different, right? For some of you guys, like I said, for a lot of you guys, it's going to be a totally different situation, but it's the energy of, it relates to security, it relates to stability, it relates to happy times, it relates to good energy, it relates to peace of mind, peace of energy. And this is all what you're wanting. And Spirit is like, yeah, you could have that. You're almost there to it. Look at that 7 of Pentacles. You've been working towards whatever this is, and it's guaranteed to you. Yeah, look at that 10 of Cups. It's guaranteed to you. But this is a case of like, you have to let go of the attachment, the stress, the strife, the pain, the hurt, the defeat. You have to like release that energy in order to get this. So for some of you guys, it's like your mind is like fearing the worst. And so whatever, so you can't get to this. You can't get to this 10 of cups. You can't get to this peace of mind, peace of energy. 10 of cups is overall peace energy. I'm at peace. I'm in peace. I am peace. That's this 10 of cups. You cannot get there when you're low key sitting in this 10 of swords and 3 of swords, right? This is like like for some of you guys, this is like I don't even know how to say this. Like I'm seeing somebody like making phone calls, like trying to make phone calls. So for some of you guys, this is physical energy, like contractual, like a house or a car or whatever. And it's like I'm seeing someone like making phone calls and like getting disappointed news, and they're like, oh my gosh, then this is the end all be all. Like I'm never gonna be able to get this now, and like you're just perpetuating this little bit of a sting with that 3 of swords, and then it's just causing you to be more blocked from what it is that you want. Others of you guys are in, like I said, a connection or relationship that is just fucking with your energy. And instead of being honest about this is fucking with my energy, you're like, I'm just, look at me. I'm just going to go create over here. And like, it's not working because you still feel some type of way about what is going on. Right. Others of you guys, it's like, I ultimately want to go start my own business or like do my own thing, but like you're just portraying this role. You're not really being in this role. You're over here still feeling some type of way about all this other shit, right? So the universe is like, yeah, you've done a lot of work and you're almost there. And this stability, this peace of mind, this house, this car, this relationship, whatever, is on its way to you. The success is also what I'm hearing is on its way to you. But like you gotta 7 of wands, you gotta like really like there's almost this energy of like you really got to be self-focused on this. You can't let outside energy really fuck with you right now. You can't let your negative thoughts kind of you can't let intrusive thoughts kind of bring you into a negative mindset. You can't let negative people bring you into a lower vibration. You can't let old situations, old hurts kind of come up and affect your current circumstances with that 7 of wands. It's like you really got to protect your energies. Really, so with the 7 of wands and 7 of pentacles, it's like you really got to you really have to. This almost feels like solo to me. Like I almost want to say like spirit is saying like don't listen to anyone or anything else. Don't let anyone talk you out of focusing on you. Don't let anyone convince you to stay where you know you need to get away from. Don't let anyone, make you feel, like you're like you can't have something or you can't get something. You are more than capable to get it, but you cannot allow yourself to get defeated every time you get a little bit of bad news. Take that bad news as like it's time to align your energy. Be more focused on you inside, because that's where the disconnect is. That's where things are going wrong. With that Hierophant in the reverse, it's like you're trying to be too much external. You're trying to avoid the discontent, the issues within you that are causing the external to not be good. So this is a week for you to go within to address what is making you feel defeated, what is making you feel frustrated, what is making you feel depressed, what is making you feel hurt, sad, stressed, upset, worried. It's time to address that, and it's time to come out in the King of Wands energy, confident. Whatever I'm doing is going to work out. I'm not in the right space now, but I'm gonna be honest that this isn't the right space for me, and I'm just gonna move in confidence that the right space is gonna show up, the right relationship is gonna show up, the right job is gonna show up. It's not about being delusional, it's about being confident, where it's like, you know what, yeah, like I don't like this relationship, I don't like this job, I am not going to be here, I am not going to be here right now. Matter of fact, I'm in a whole different job. Right? I got $1 million in my bank account right now. I have that house. The contract is on its way to me right now. Like this is the energy that you need to be in. Almost, I kind of be honest, almost a little arrogant, I want to say. Like it's coming regardless. Like it's on its way right now. Like I'm about to sign it right now. Like I'm about to get it right now. Like, right? Like that. So no more wallowing in self ouchies. This week, Earth signs, it's time for you to really take a minute to go within, address this conflict within you, right? And it is coming from a legit place, but I feel like Spirit is saying stop perpetuating that, right? When one door closes, another one will open. That's what you need to really tap into, believe, and address this week, right? What they say, if you get a no, you're talking to the wrong person. Right? I know. I feel like that was like all encompassing. I feel like there was a lot of different messages in there for a lot of different people. So take where that take where that fit for you. But it's just that energy, I feel like overall of like you want shit to happen outside of you, fix inside of you. Don't just try to keep your head down and like hope for the best. Like you gotta like really like align fully. You know what I mean? So all right, who else we got? Let's do air signs. I don't know why. I'm feeling air. All right, air signs. All right. Boom. Okay. Air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. Let's see what we got for y'all this week. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. Oh, okay. Y'all are doing too much or trying to do too much. You need a minute. I feel like this is a week that you guys need to slow down. Is kind of what I'm feeling. Like it's like y'all have been on the opposite. Like y'all have been on go, and so the universe is like, this is time for you to like take almost like a kick back, take a load off, get your mind right. Exactly. Look at that, 2 of Swords. I told you, because you've been too much on go, so you're not. I feel like there's this energy of like not really thinking clearly, and I feel like spirit is calling you to kind of sit down, relax, in order for you to get your mind right, so that you can see the next path, so that you can see the next thing coming, the next thing that is coming. Exactly. For you guys, you cannot manifest or be encouraged or be motivated or be tapped in or be connected or be tuned in when you're feeling kind of like I don't know, you're not there's I don't know, there's this energy of like not thinking clearly is kind of like how this comes off. It's like you might have been like back and forth in your head, or your thoughts might have been racing, or you might have just been hella busy, so you don't have really a lot of time to think, or you haven't been getting a lot of sleep, or you haven't been eating well, or just there's just something off about your physical body energy that's like not allowing the right messages or the right thoughts to like come through, is what I want to say about your path ahead, or about the path ahead, or about what direction you're meant to go in. Because I feel like some of you guys have been in like the okay, what next mode, and like spirit is like, well, it's not time yet because you don't have all the information that you need. So this week is really about you guys like coming into a space of like, all right, I need to get a little bit more rest, I need to eat a little bit more healthy food or whatever, like brain food is kind of what I want to say. Like this is a week for you guys to be mindful of your own body, your own physical body, and what that the lack of care for that is doing to your mental, is kind of what I want to say. I really feel like this is a week for you to get, yeah, look at that. See, Queen of Swords. This is where you need to be by the end of the week, in this knowing energy, because I feel like I don't know, I kind of want to say like you got it, right? And there's almost this energy of like, no, you got it, you got it. But you I don't even know how to say this, like you're feeling like maybe you don't got it. I don't know how to say that. Like, but that's why I say it's like your mind is working, but I don't think the right messages are coming through. Like I don't think you're getting the right messages. Like I don't think you're getting the right messages. I think there's messages, information, clarity, ideas that like need to come through, that like need to get to you, but like you've just been too much on go, and you can take that how it resonates, right? Too much on go meaning like either, like I said, been super busy, just haven't had time to sit and rest, or, you skipping some meals, or, aren't eating the right food, or just, worried and stressed in this constant state of anxiety. Anxiety is really not great for your health, right? That can cause a lot of physical symptoms, that are also not very well, right? But I'm just getting this energy of like physical, 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 that's like not allowing you to properly tap into like messages that are coming through. It feels like this week needs to be a very spiritual week for you guys, where you've been too much in the physical. It's like a need to kind of, and this is weird because I don't usually get it like this. I usually get it opposite, to give the advice of like, you've been too much up here, you need to kind of bring it down. But for you guys, it's like you've been too much here, too much grounded, too much in the dirt, too much in the physical, too much in the logical, that you need to kind of bring it up a little bit, is kind of the message that's coming through. You need to bring it up because first of all, you're going to get burnt out. That's the whole thing, or that's one of the things. You're going to get burnt out, and then you're going to be in this space of kind of like stuck chuck. And that's where the imbalance is coming from, because if you're too much in the physical, not enough up here, or too much up here and not enough in the physical, you're going to burn out all of your energy and not in the right ways. So I feel like spirit is like, you got some big energy coming up, but this week, this is about you like taking a minute to get your mind right, to kind of evaluate, to kind of to kind of just be, because I feel like the messages are coming naturally. There's not really thing that you really need to do other than kind of sit back and allow it to happen. And like I said, if you're too much on go, then it's not going to happen. Or if you're too much kind of contemplating the who's, what's, when, where, hows, or the whys, or what's next, or like jumping into one thing, or jumping out of one thing, or jumping into this thing, or jumping into that thing, there's just too much going on. There's just been too much going on. You need to make time. And so if there hasn't been too much going on, and this week it feels like there's a lot going on, just know that the universe is really calling you to kind of get into a better mental space. So again, we have that Two of Swords energy with the Temperance in the reverse. And this is really, like I said, spirit trying to say like your energy is all like out of balance with that Temperance in the reverse. It's like you're too much up, not enough, or too much here and not enough up. And that's why that Two of Swords here, because it's like I feel like your physical body is moving, but your mental space is still kind of jumbled. And that's why spirit is like, nope, 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 nope. Judgment energy with the Ace of Swords, you need to sit down this week. Being called to sit, because there's an emotional disconnect within you that needs to be addressed. And the messages that are going to be coming through in the mental space is how to handle this emotional discontent, is what I want to say. There's something in your life currently that is not totally fulfilling you, that's not making you happy, that's just giving you the sense of discontentment. It's making you uneasy. It's making you want or wish for better and or more. And so the answer to how to deal with this and how to move past this energy into the Ace of Cups, which is what you want, right? Because if we look at the Four of Cups, this is someone who is too busy looking at all of the stuff that's not making them feel great, instead of looking at what the universe has to offer them. And this is what the universe has to offer them, this Ace of Cups, right? So it's like, how to get to this Ace of Cups, the messages are wanting to come through, but it's like, and of course it's going to be different for every one of you, which is why spirit is saying air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, sit the hell down this week and like allow your mind to get clear, get more sleep, be out in nature more, like, to meditate, like get really tapped in so that you can get the messages that are coming through on how to get to this Ace of Cups. And a lot of you guys is sometimes it's like you've already put in a lot of work to yourself, to your life, whatever, and sometimes you need to just kind of sit back, clear your mind, and do the other part, which is let it come to you. Nine of Pentacles, instead of being on go and being this chaser all the time, let things come to you. And in order to let things come to you, you do have to have that balance of that Nine of Pentacles, which is both a lot of grounded energy, but also like that connection, that inner knowing of things are going to come to me, things are going to work out for me. But if you're sitting in that emotional energy of like, yeah, I'm working, I'm going, things are happening, things are moving, but like I'm still feeling this energy of like disconnect, or I want more and I want better. If you're still feeling that on an emotional vibration, you're going to find yourself in a space where, like I said, you're going to burn out of your energy and things are going to come in. So really this week is a week for you guys to sit back, get your mind right, and by the end of the week you need to be in this Queen of Swords energy, which is your guys' energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is the most masculine of the queens, so the perfect balance of that masculine and feminine energy, yin yang, the feminine being indicative of your intuition, right? Your connection to your higher self, that masculine energy embodying the connection to the physical and to your own mind. So, a massive need for balance this week. Stop being so much in the physical, in the go, 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 in the do, do, do this week, and sit back for some really amazing how-tos from the universe is what I want to say. Direction on your next path, direction on what to do next, direction on your next course of action. And for all of you, like I said, it's going to be different, but it does have to do with you being less of the chaser and you more of kind of just sitting back and learning other ways to kind of manifest and bring things in, and what to do about things in your life emotionally that aren't making you feel your absolute best. So definitely align to the energy for the week. So yeah. Okie dokie, Smokey. Let's do next. Let's do water. Okay. All righty. All right. All right. Okay, my bad. Water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. For my water signs, let's see what you guys got. Water. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's see. Go back and do the things that you didn't do. Go back and choose the option you didn't choose. That's kind of what I want to say. You guys are coming into the week, I feel like, with a lot of clarity. If not a lot of clarity coming into the week, like literally Monday, as soon as you open your eyes, then like developing Tuesday, Wednesday is kind of what I want to say. Like it feels very early on into the week. Clarity about things that didn't work, things that aren't working, clarity about your own self and the work that you haven't done is what I want to say. Lots of clarity on corners that were cut, lots of energy around things that have been missed. This feels like a lot of self-revelation too, like a lot of like, okay, well, I see where I could have been better, where I could have done things different. Some of you guys might be also either quitting a job this week, or considering quitting a job this week, or changing jobs this week, or getting a job offer this week, or I just feel this energy of like changing work, or doing the work, or doing the work. I don't know. Yeah, it's like going back to choose different, or going back to put in the work that wasn't put in. Like I almost feel like Spirit is saying like look at the corners that you cut and like go back and like dust them. Like it's coming as like it's coming as a very earth sign energy. It's kind of what I want to feel like. You missed a spot. Like but you're knowing what that is. Again, this isn't like information that's like a secret. Like you don't need me sitting here to tell you right now like, oh, like it was this that you didn't do. Like I said, you guys are coming into the week with the knowledge of what it is for you, where either a corner was cut, where either work needed to be done, or more work needed to be done, or you know, the corner of the house that needed dusting that you skipped over, like that is like you're seeing it. I literally see you like this is what I see. So I see someone walking into a house and then walking past a really like low corner cabinet type of whatever situation, and walking right past it and then going and then like backing up, walking backwards, and then like looking down at it. And then, and they're like, what dang, like that's dusty as hell. Like, what is going on over there? And then like you quickly, go get a duster, like a wipe or something, and you clean it up. Like that's the energy I'm seeing. It's like going back and doing the work because I feel like you guys are tired of being like stagnant. Like you're tired of like stagnant air around you. You're tired of breathing in dust bunnies. Like you're tired of there's just this energy of like, all right, what didn't I do? And then it's like, boom, oh god damn, that's what I did. Crazy. So let me go back and fix that. That's the kind of energy that you guys are coming into. I think that at a certain point in time, there was a message that you weren't getting, a memo that wasn't coming through, an idea that wasn't clicking. There was just something that like you felt like there's almost this energy of like I tried everything, I did everything, I thought I did it all, I thought I chose correctly, I thought I moved accordingly, I thought that this thing that I did was the thing that I was supposed to do. And then it's like this week spirit is like, no, this was the thing. And you're like, oh my god, this was the thing. And then like you go do whatever that thing is, and then it like fixes all your problems and it like alleviates you of the stagnancy. All right, so maybe some of you guys, and like again to kind of speak where this is about work for you, maybe you guys are realizing like you know you, not even I don't even like I don't know, just like some realizing that something isn't working this week, right? Like a way that you've been doing something at your job is not working, or a way that you've been like kind of tolerating something at your job isn't working, or a way that you kind of been moving about life isn't working, or the way that you've been, kind of handling or dealing with people isn't working. There's just some revelation of like, oh my God, I get what wasn't working. And it kind of allows you to get out of this like really stagnant energy. Yeah. Because I feel like the universe has wanted you guys to kind of be in this more um like I don't even know how to say it. Like they've been wanting you to be in a more I don't want to say balanced place because it feels so like general, and I know this is general, but like they just been wanting you to be in a more um correct place is kind of what I want to say. Right and wrong isn't like a thing, but like it's like you guys have been in an energy you didn't have to be in. You guys have been in a situation, a job, a relationship, whatever you didn't have to be in, right? It's like you kind of like it kept yourself in that space when you didn't have to be there. So they wanted you to kind of be on a more correct path, so to say, when it's more for you and whatever. And some of you guys are like total clean freaks, which is why seeing, the dust bunny in the corner is like baffling to you because you would never allow the dust bunny in the corner. You see what I'm saying? It's like this aha moment of like whatever wasn't working, you're understanding that now, and you're able to like go back, fix it, clean it up, what have you, and move forward into a really in my opinion, great space this week. So let's talk about it. So I think that your perspective is changing this week is really what I want to say first and foremost, on what options you have available to you that you, like I said, you didn't see before. Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. You've kind of been looking at things as kind of tumultuous, kind of bad, not so great, kind of hard, rough, even. It's just been this energy of like things have not been good. I'm looking at everything is not good. And that's kind of been the perspective. But like I said, what you're coming into this week, total clarity, Two of Swords with the Hangman energy of where you've been stuck at, where you've sort of been keeping yourself blocked in a way, in a sense. And some of you guys, this is definitely around a person. I want to say for sure this is definitely around a person, but for a lot of you guys, it's revelation about your own thinking and realizing how that thinking, that thought process has kind of held you back. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse with a King of Swords. This is literally like my own thinking, the way that I've been thinking about things has not been working for me. It's changing that perspective of I actually have options. I'm not stuck here and I can move if I want to. There's other options that are available to me and I see them now. I don't have to stay stuck at things that stuck in things, ways, behaviors, patterns, emotional states that don't really serve me. Eight of Cups with the Six of Swords, I can see now like how this wasn't benefiting me, how this wasn't good for me, and I can just clean it up and move forward. And that's really where you guys are at. And it's such a beautiful experience that you're going to be having this week, because it feels like a lot of like, it doesn't even feel hard. It doesn't feel hard at all. It just feels like you guys are just going about your day and it's like, oh my God, like cringe, right? Like, wow, I was really this way. Like this thing really happened. Like this was really like, why was I like this? Like it's kind of that energy if I'm being totally honest. But that way of thinking opens up a brand new door that lets in some brand new energy, because you're overall, you have the Ace of Wands, and this is a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh my gosh, I cleaned all the dust bunnies out of that corner, and now I can open this window, and it's nothing but fresh energy. This almost kind of feels like a like a energy renewal, kind of like an energy charge, a charge of energy. I don't really know how to say this, but it's like good vibes only. It kind of this week where it's like um you're finally recognizing the old shit that's kind of just been hanging around, that has been creating this sense, not this true reality of, but this sense of stagnancy in your life. And you're cleaning that up this week, or at least you're being asked to clean that up this week. And you're really being asked to move in a direction, not even really move in a direction, but just kind of open up the window to new and fresh energy. And so, really good week for my water signs. I feel like you're gonna have the easiest week this week so far. I mean, we haven't done fire yet, but this definitely feels like a more easier week, because this feels like this doesn't feel forced, like the universe is kind of forcing you, like they're forcing air signs to kind of take a seat, right? This doesn't feel like task oriented, like earth signs have. They have a task to do, they got some things they need to take care of. Earth signs just, I mean, air signs just need to take a seat. But for you guys, this is just kind of seeing where, like, passing the dust bunnies and actually seeing them and just sweeping it up and moving forward, like, opening the window. Like it feels very like easy breezy, no pun intended, for you water signs this week. So really good week. Just obviously be open, right, to seeing, which I feel like is going to happen naturally anyways, because you're kind of just in your own element doing your own thing. But just be open to kind of being in that moment, seeing, experiencing, feeling that stuff. And you're going to notice, is what I want to say. You're going to notice and you're going to clean it right up. And as soon as you clean it up, it's like breath of fresh air. So really good week for water signs. Fantastic week, really, for you guys so far. But let's see how fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, let's see how you guys fare this week. So Aries, Leo, and Sag. Let's get into it. We are doing them now, Benjamin Ponke. I don't know why I say your name like that. It sounds so funny when I say it like that. I mean, what do you mean? Yeah. But yeah, I got you. Promotion, definitely. Well, I mean, possibly, right? A promotion in terms of like your own growth, right? Definitely not a work promotion. Not with that Eight of Pentacles I seen in the reverse. So, all right, so let's see. All right, fire signs. I'm getting like air energy with you guys. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, the whole deck almost fell out of my hand. Dreams. Dreams are gonna be hella relevant. Hella relevant to my fire signs. What fire energy is going on this week? Anything? I don't know. This feels like a little bit of like yeah, self-discovering. I kind of feel like the universe is putting you on a little bit of pause this week, fire signs. I do. I feel like the universe is putting you on a little bit of a pause this week because there's a this pause feels very divine. It almost feels like make sure this is what you really, really want before you go in that direction, or make sure this is really, really what you want before you don't move in that direction, right? Whether you're contemplating on moving in a certain direction, doing a certain thing or not, this week is not the time to do it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you have this idea, or if you have this thing, or if you are trying to move in a certain direction or whatever, no, I think that this week is really about you kind of taking a minute, taking a rest, tapping into your dreams for sure, listening to what your dreams are definitely like. I feel like your dreams are playing out some alarms, some bells and whistles, if you will, trying to get your attention. Because I think that you have this idea of kind of where you want to go moving forward. And I think that some of it is a little bit of it is coming from um past knowledge is what I want to say. Like you guys are basing some of like how your future is going to look on the past, and I feel like spirit is like that's an ego thing. You really need to kind of look at your past and like see where your past kind of took you so that you don't repeat similar sort of storylines, if you will. So there's almost this energy of like, yeah, we'll little Chariot in the reverse. See, it is not time for you to move forward. It's really time for you to contemplate. This is a week of contemplation for my fire signs. 3 of Wands. It's like again, you had this idea, Willow, with this Ace of Wands, something you want to do, something you want to go after, a direction you want to move in, or it's almost like you have this set sort of sense of like, okay, I know I'm going to do this, I'm going to go that direction, I'm going to see what happens. Right energy, but I think wrong timing, because again, I feel like spirit wants you to sit with this a little bit more, because I feel like there's some past energy involved in this, whether this is you're going into it with a past like sort of a past mindset, or some past energy, or like with a past person or whatever. It's like something here is a little bit of a red flag. I think that again, the idea is right, but the timing isn't, because there's some details that like are not going to be best for you. Like there's almost some things that I think that your ego is going to have to kind of let go in order for you to really kind of go into this next phase. Because again, I'm getting details, right? There's certain details that need to be released. Right idea, right sense of direction. With that Ace of Wands, that's the idea, that's the potential, right, for the situation. Right idea. But with this 3, it's like you're skipping the 2 of Wands, right? You have the 1 and the 3. You're skipping the 2 of Wands. What is the 2 of Wands? The planning, the details, the sitting on it, the contemplating it, the figuring it out. You guys are trying to skip right over that, and that's why spirit is like skirt. Chariot energy in the reverse is skirt. It's skeet skirt, for that matter. It's hold up, wait a minute, where do we see that this is familiar? Where are we trying to bring the past 6 of cups into the present, right? Especially with that 10 of wands in the reverse. It's like there's something about the way that you're trying to go about this that is just not going to work with that 10 of wands in the reverse. It's like the past has no place in the present, whatever this is for you, person, idea, thought, energy. But again, you're skipping the 2, you're skipping the planning. You're like, boom, potential, opportunity, idea, let's go, let's get it, let's go after it. 3 of wands, and spirit is like, nope, there's something about the details, because we have you in this energy of like, sit down. 4 of swords this week with the 2 of pentacles, and let something go so that you can kind of move in this direction. Again, this could be it feels like something from the past to me, like for those of you guys where this is like like an idea project, it's like, don't start this the same way you started that last project that you never finished, or that didn't work out. It's almost like you have to tweak the details a little bit before you can move forward with this to make sure that it really works out for you. For those of you guys where this is like a relationship or a connection, it's like you can't sweep the past under the rug. Like, you need to address the rug before you try to move on from the relationship, or to move to move the relationship to like a next level. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, don't accept this job interview from the same vibrate, or don't accept this job offer from the same vibration you accepted the last one, which was like scarcity, right? It's going to be different for all of you. But again, it's that energy of like, you're trying to move in a different direction because you see a lot of happiness there with the sun energy and the wheel, but with the wheel of fortune in the reverse, it's like, this is not the right time yet. There's still stuff that you need to sort out. There's still stuff you need to release. There's still stuff that you need to let go of. Your ego's idea of how this is going to look is what needs to go, is really what I feel. You cannot skip over the two. You cannot skip over the planning. You cannot skip over the choosing. You can't skip over the sacrifice. You can't skip over the sacrifice. Something has to go past related to your past. Your past was 5 seconds ago, right? Something has to go related to your past, person, mindset. It feels like a pattern or like an old programming, like a way that you go about things that can't, like, you cannot go about it this way, is what this feels like to me. That needs to go, because you want to get to something stable, something secure, solid. But like, if you skip the planning part, it's not going to be solid. So spirit really wants to set you up for success by sitting you down this week, in order for you to really look at what cannot come, or what you have to release in order to get to where it is that you are going. So big emphasis on dream lands, like making more time to like sleep is really what I'm feeling. Specifically for you, a need to sleep, a need to gain that clarity, a need to look at, past energy and seeing what type of behavior, what type of energy, what type of impulse wasn't serving you, in order for you to set yourself up for success and do whatever this is right this time. If this is a relationship you're trying to get back on the right track, the past needs to be addressed. You cannot sweep that shit under the rug. Big Aries energy with that. For those of you guys who are, wanting to get into a new relationship, you cannot just jump into this all willy-nilly. Okay, you really got to sort out the details of this. You really got to take things slow. If this is a new business venture, again, like I said, do not go into it the way that you did it before. Work the details out. All right. So who will be sitting this week? Air signs and fire signs. Who will be working this week? Of course, earth signs. You guys will be, and who will just be, you know, totally tapped in and connected and just moving all free and flowy. No, no surprise there with my water signs. So, yeah, so that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys were tuning in with me, we are going to go ahead and end this here. If you guys have paid up front, which I do see a handful of you, for your own energy outlook for the week ahead, join us at 10:30 in about 29 minutes for the Sunday night after party, where we're just going to chill, hang, pull some cards, talk vibes, and do all of that good stuff. So if you guys are going to come hang out, I'll see you in about 30 minutes. But if you are not, I will see you guys here on Wednesday for another episode of Way Up Speaks. And if I don't see you Wednesday, I will see you around social media at Way Up Network across all platforms, or I might just see you in a personal, a one-on-one session with your girl, www.wayupnetwork.com, if you want to tap into those. Don't forget to watch your March general outlooks, okay, at Way Up Network on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to that channel, make sure y'all do so. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you would, to show your support for my time and energy. And with all of that being said, thank you guys for tuning in with me. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see y'all soon. So have an amazing week, and I will get up with y'all in just a little bit. All right. Take care.